Hey ladies, Jeremy Fletcher here, and as promised, this is the video regarding how to maintain your weight over Christmas and start 2016 with some traction to finally reach your goals. Now, firstly, I just want to say apologies for the whole webinar thing, not getting that off. I just had too many women saying mornings, arvos, evenings and days and times, and I was just really struggling to get you all on board at a certain time. So I just thought it'd be much simpler to create a short video for you and give you the info and knowledge and try and help you all out over Christmas and New Year to really start taking control of your goals, and hopefully this video will be of some benefit for you. So first thing I really want to get into, and it is the most important thing when it comes to maintaining your weight over Christmas, it has to do with mindset. Now you're probably thinking, oh hey, I thought Jeremy's going to be giving me some amazing magical secret that's going to keep me in shape. You know, there is no secret, but that being said, the one thing that is always overlooked during any transformation program or exercise program is the power of the mind. Now, if you know me, or if you train with me, or if you've heard anything about me, you know I'm massively keen on the idea of changing how we think about things. And the first idea I just want to get into your head is we have to change how our mind works and how we view the whole Christmas period in general. So changing how we say things and the words we use can be extremely powerful. So rather than going into Christmas thinking, you know, oh God, I'm going to be having to struggle to lose the weight in the new year, or I can't wait for the new year because I'm going to shed off the excess weight I've put on over Christmas, or New Year's going to be great because I'm going to start. You have to change the way you say things and the vocabulary that you use, okay? So what I want you to start doing is changing what you say. So for example, start saying things such as, okay, I'm going to get into shape over Christmas. I'm actually going to lose weight over Christmas. Christmas is going to be the time when I get into fabulous shape and start feeling confident again. So just by saying these things and changing the words that we use, you're already creating the pathways within your mind and putting your mind in a better place to actually start making those changes. So first things first, change the words that you use, okay? Start using the positive words because those are going to have an impact. If you're constantly filling your mind with, oh God, I'm going to have so much weight to lose in New Year, or I can't wait for the New Year, stop that completely, okay? It's not going to help. It does nothing for you and it has no benefit whatsoever. You have to start talking positively to yourself. So number one, change the words that you use, okay? So going on to number two, again, nothing to do with food or exercise. This is to do with goals, ambitions and targets. So something I want you to do right this second is go grab pen and paper, or even better actually, go and grab your phone, or let me just think for a minute. Yeah, grab a piece of pen and paper, and I want you to write down your 3 goals for 2016. So 3 goals, it can be, how do you want to look in 2016? So it could be, in 2016 I'm going to look so much better than I did 2015, or I'm going to look my best. Or it could be, in 2016 I'm going to start fitting back into those size 14 pants. It could be, next year is already on the way, my goal is to tone up my arms because they're my trouble point, or I can't wait to feel so much better once I start getting in shape. It doesn't have to be any of those are just examples, but I want you to write down 3 goals. It doesn't have to be a certain weight, it doesn't have to be a certain size, it's individual to you. So write them down, and I want you to do something really important for me here. After this video, I want you to write those goals into a Facebook post and update your status so all your friends and family can see your goals. Now, this is going to be a bit daunting for a lot of people because it's taking ownership and you're putting yourself out there. a little bit like what I'm doing right now. I'm putting myself out there for you to judge, criticize, and comment about what you think of me, and that's fine. I totally get that. And it is difficult if you haven't done this before, and it's something I get my clients to do fairly often, is make your goals public. Now, this has a really massive impact because one, you're holding yourself accountable, and secondly, it's out there and you're taking real ownership of your goals. And once you've taken ownership, you have more control. So don't be afraid to put it out there. And once you've once you've updated your status with those goals, I want you to screenshot it, and I want you to send that to me via email or via PM on my Facebook page, okay? So 3 goals, screenshot them, message it over to me, and I'm going to give you some feedback. So it is a bit of a challenge and it is a bit of a test for you. This will determine how your 2016 is going to look, because if you can't take ownership of your goals, write them down and let the whole world know about it, you know, no matter how small those goals are, if you can't really get stuck in and take action right this second, then you're never going to take much action in 2016. It has to be right now. There's a principle I follow called imperfect action, and that is doing something and then changing course afterwards. So you can sit here and think, oh, I'm going to do that tomorrow. It don't happen. Oh, I'm just going to put that on my to-do, and it doesn't happen, okay? Much like me doing this video now, it's a live recording. I didn't plan out what I was going to say. I just turn the phone on, press record, and I get stuck in. So if afterwards it comes across imperfect, I don't mind, because it's got it done. I could have spent hours planning this and re-recording and things like that, but ultimately it's about taking action right this second. Wherever you are, okay, you have to take action. Hope this helps for number 2. Moving on to number 3, getting more involved into the food side of things and exercise side of things. So firstly, really simple tip, and you know this already, you have to stay active, okay? You can't go into the Christmas season thinking, I'm going to enjoy these foods and not do anything. That is going to cause weight gain. It's simple science. It's the calorie equation. More calories coming in, less calories going out because you're not doing so much. The seesaw tends to go a little bit unbalanced and you start gaining unnecessary weight. So really simple tip number 3 is stay as active as possible. Now within that tip, obviously it comes without saying that being on a program does help. Now it doesn't have to be one of my programs. It could be a free program you've got out of Women's Health, or whatever, you've Googled it, and or it's one of your favorite people to follow, Michelle Bridges, or you know, whoever it is. Just get involved in something, have something written down, have something where you can track your progress. Now this may sound silly, but something as simple as, okay, I'm going to go for a 15-minute walk. Great. 2 days later, you're going to go for that 15-minute walk, and you're going to go and head to that hill nearby your house, and you're going to say to yourself, I'm going to get up that hill and then do the 15-minute walk also. So you've just added an extra little bit of intensity to it. You've burned an extra few calories. A couple of days later, you could increase that to, I don't know, a 20-minute walk, or head to the park and do a few step-ups on the bench. Now, as simple as it sounds, this has a massive impact. And it's the same for some of my clients. I get them to count their steps on the Fitbit or use an app, because all the activity you do in a day, it all adds up to expenditure. And the more calories we can expend, the more food we can eat to maintain that weight. And that's the simple science behind it. So stay as active as possible, tip number 3. So on to tip number 4, okay? Now, food. This is the determining factor when it comes to maintaining your weight. And there is no magic pill you can take to stop all the calories from coming on. I wish there was, because I'd probably be able to maintain my abs over Christmas. But listen, ladies, when it comes to food, there's a few things I just want to touch on here. When it comes to food, one of the great things to try and implement is, when you go into parties, number 1, don't starve yourself, and you know, don't skip food all day, go into the party thinking, oh, I'm not going to eat all day so I can just, you know, it's not going to happen, because you're going to overeat at the party. So don't do that. Whatever you do, eat fairly well throughout the day. Keep your fluid up, keep your fibre intake up through your salads and veggies, as well as keeping your protein intake high, to keep you feeling full. So when it comes to the food and parties, when you're going to occasions, if it's a work do, friends or whatever it is, protein-based foods are great because, like I just mentioned, satiety is a big thing, helping you feel full. So head for any kind of snacks that involve any kind of meat or fish or things like that. Another tip is keep the fluid up. So water intake in between snacking, again, helps you feel full, and you're not going to tend to want to just scoff and scoff and scoff. Another tip would be create some nice foods yourself. If you Google some stuff online, you'll see plenty of healthy recipes out there where you can create some tasty foods, cheesecakes, and potato salads, or little nibbles and stuff, with fairly low calorie ingredients, and that can help. So if you can take that to parties yourself, and share that around, and have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and try and limit the really high fatty foods, then that's going to help massively. So another thing to bear in mind is alcohol. Now, this is a interesting topic. So with alcohol, some of you may know this, some of you may not. Alcohol, the calories in alcohol are extremely useless. Okay, your body really struggles to metabolize the nutrients, or sorry, lack of nutrients, and high calorie percentage that's within the alcohol. So if you eat, let's say, 1,000 calories from some chicken, some fruit, and some veggies, and some fish, your body knows what to do with those calories. Okay, it breaks them down, it sends them where it needs to go, and your body burns them off. With the alcohol, your body doesn't quite know how to do that, so it tends to struggle to metabolize it, and it often gets stored as fat. So couple of tips here, and it's easier said than done, I understand that totally, but spacing out your drinks, having a glass of water between drinks is really beneficial. Using diet sodas, if you're having rums, diet soda with heaps of ice is another great tip. Red wine does have the benefits of antioxidants, so that's always good, and it often takes you a while to sip through the wine. Things to avoid would be the sugary drinks, so just having the rum with a full sugar cola, and beers contain a lot of calories. But again, it's just about having these things to enjoy them. Of course, it's Christmas, but also using moderation and remembering your goals. So those goals that you writ down and you've screenshotted, those goals have got to be of utmost importance to you. And that's a big reason behind noting down those goals, is because when it comes to making those decisions, you've already got the notion in your head of, these are my goals, remember. So rather than having in your head, oh, I'm going to eat loads of food and drink loads and then lose it in January, you've already started thinking of your goals and making notes of how important those goals are to you. So that often reflects in how much of a certain food you'll pick up and how much of a drink you'll actually drink. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, just use moderation. Definitely use the glass of water trick in between drinks. That'll tend to limit. Also, things like a vodka, soda and lime is always good. Fairly low calorie. Yeah, so those are the tips for food and drink. So that pretty much sums everything up. And 2016, before I forget. So this pretty much comes back to what we first talked about in steps number 1 and 2, and that is making your goals really clear. Now, whether you're whatever your thing is, whatever your goals are, whether it is just fitness, whether it's you just want to tone up a little bit, drop a size, or if it's nothing to do with weight and you really want to just start having that energy and being able to get up in the morning and not find it a struggle to chase after the kids, or you just want to gain that confidence back again that you've lost recently. What I would say is my biggest thing here is to really take ownership of those goals that we talked about, and and vocalize them. Tell your friends, tell everyone, you know, pin them up on your wall. Go and get that old pair of jeans out and stick it up somewhere. You're going to see them every single day. Remind yourself every day of your goal. It's got to be at the forefront of your thinking. It could be your screensaver on your laptop. It could be a screensaver on your phone. It could be setting alarms, a repetitive alarm each morning. And this is something I use during my comp prep. Is setting a repetitive alarm each morning, so every time you wake up to your alarm, there's a message that comes up with your goals. Set that every day, so every day, the minute you wake up, you're constantly being reminded of those things that are important to you. You know, when you actually think of it in logical terms, how important to you is eating an extra piece of cake compared to the importance of waking up every single morning and enjoying life and having energy and looking in the mirror and going, hey, this is me. I love what I see. I love my life, and I'm going after my goals. There is, for me, myself, I know it's easy for me to say because it's my job and it's my passion, but just try and remember those times where you did feel super confident. You know, it might have been a long time ago, so it may be hard to really recollect those situations and those feelings. But if you can, just tap into those old memories of how good it felt. And you know, health is something I'm really passionate about, and there's nothing that can replicate it. When you're waking up every day and you're feeling good, you feel, you know, confident, you're a better person for the people around you. You know, you're more competent in your role at work. You know, you can have more energy for your kids, and just generally be a better person for the people that you love around you. And for me, that's always been a huge thing, because I've always wanted to be a good person for the people around me, and set a great example and inspire people. So a little bit off topic there, but I just want you ladies to take control, make those goals a priority, and change the way you look at Christmas and the New Year. Don't look at it as an excuse to gain extra weight. Start changing how you talk and how you think about it. The words we use really do control our actions. So I hope this helps. I hope I haven't rambled on too much. This is the first time I've ever done this kind of a long recording off the bat with no planning or anything whatsoever. So hope this helps, ladies. Any feedback, yeah, very much appreciated and welcomed. And finally, before I get, make sure you jot those notes down, write those goals on your Facebook, post that status and let everyone know. Keep yourself accountable, you know, get your friends involved, get your family involved, and let them know these are your goals. And make sure they're asking you each week. Tell them, say, hey, Sarah, I need you to ask me each week how I'm going. Ask me about my goals. Ask me how my workouts are going. Ask me how my food's going. Encourage me. Get the people you love and your family, friends, get those people involved and let them help you. Let them use them as a tool, and do the same for those as well. Do the same back for them, because you know, we all need a little help once in a while, and never be afraid to ask. It doesn't make you a bad person for asking for help. So ladies, look forward to seeing your statuses. Shoot them over to me, and I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks for watching. Catch you all later. All the best.